This video covers Chapter 1 Skills Review, Adobe Illustrator 1-76. We're going to be doing this page, and then we have others 1-77 through 183 coming up in future videos. The first step is to launch Adobe Illustrator CS6, which I have done. And what you want to do is to make sure that you click File in the menu bar. A lot of this initial skills review is just kind of pointing you to where things are and navigating around the workspace. You want to click Open, navigate to the drive in the folder where you save Chapter 1 data files, and open up AI 1-5. Click Open. Click Window on the menu bar, point to Workspace, and then click Essentials. That resets our Essentials workspace. You can also quickly access that up here. Click the double arrows on the Tools panel to see the two setups for the Tools panel. So you can do that and see which one you prefer working with. Step 5, point to the Type tool, then press and hold the mouse button to see the Type on a Path tool. These are called hidden tools. You don't have them under every tool, but on many of the tools you do. And you can do a quick tear off if you wish, which is navigating over here, clicking over here by this baby arrow, and then letting go. And you can do sort of a micro toolbar, so to speak, if you're just focusing on the type tools in general. Okay, view the hidden tools behind the other tools with small black triangles. So do a little bit of navigating around just to see which ones and what kind of tools are grouped together. Click Edit for the Windows and Illustrator for the Mac. Now, this is the one thing that's strange with Mac versus PC is Illustrator Preferences is under Illustrator on the Mac, and it is under Edit on the PC. So that's one of the differences. So I'm going to go to Preferences under Illustrator, and many of you will be going under Edit Preferences. You want to click General. Verify that Show Tooltips is checked. You want to make sure that you have that checked. And then click OK. Position your mouse pointer over the Direct Selection tool until its tooltip appears. The Direct Selection tool is here, and the tooltip pops up. Tooltips are pretty much available everywhere. You can hover over your panels. You can hover over many of the elements up here as well, and you will get little tips that come up telling you what things are, which is very helpful. Step 9, click the Selection tool. Then press the following keys and note which tools are selected with each key. So basically, if you're in one tool, you can quickly access another tool by just selecting them. I would encourage you all to, I still don't have them memorized, so I don't require you to, but just be sure that you maybe get used to the ones that are most common. If you hit P, it goes to the pen tool. If you hit V, it goes back to the Selection tool. If you hit T, it goes to the Type tool. I goes to the eyedropper tool. H goes to the Hand tool. Z goes to the magnifying glass, the Zoom tool. And then A goes to the Direct Selection tool. Step 10, press Tab to temporarily hide all of the open options, which is nice to kind of get rid of all that clutter around your workspace quickly, and then to press Tab again to get them back. Step 11, click the color icon in the stack of collapse panels, and that is this little paint palette looking thing. Click the Collapse Panels button at the top of the panel to minimize the panel, then click Color to open the panel again. So it wants us to sort of just practice opening and closing panels. Step 13, drag the color panel name tab to the left so that it is ungrouped. So you can click and hold each tab and pull them out to float them onto your workspace. There's lots of panels I don't use on a regular basis, so you might just click two or three different tabs out into your workspace so that you have easy access to them. Okay, and then step number 14, click the Swatches icon in the stack of collapsed panels to the right of the pasteboard to open the Swatches. Okay, and if you don't see the Swatches over here, you'll go up to Window, Swatches. It should pop up. And then it wants you to drag the Swatches panel tab name to the blank space next to the Color panel tab and then release the mouse. So basically, hover next to that other one, and what we're doing now, you see that blue vertical line, and then the Swatches panel turns a little transparent. That means you're about to group them. So if you're working with more than one panel, it's kind of good. You can, customize your workspace a little bit. There you go. I like mine kind of going vertically as opposed to horizontally. Okay, step 17, click Window on the menu bar, then click Info, Window, Info. Here we have an info, sort of like it's grouped with a navigator, which makes sense, but you've got the width and the height, so anything you click on, it's context sensitive, so you see width versus height, and then X, Y axis. Okay, and it wants us to now click that tab, step 18, and it wants us to drag that to the bottom of the Colored Swatches Panels group until you see a blue horizontal line appear again, and then it turns transparent, and then release the mouse to dock the info panel. Click and drag the dark gray bar at the top of the panel group found above the Color and Swatches panel name tabs to move the dock panels. So has us, you can move these anywhere you want. And then step 20, click the Info Panel Name tab, then drag it away from the other two panels. Sort of showing you how to separate them. Very easy. Step 21, click Window on the menu bar, point to Workspace, then click Reset Essentials. And that's down here. And then it gets rid of those floating panels. Like if you've dragged one too many out there and you really don't like it, you might want to just reset your workspace to how it was when you first opened the document. Step 22, press Z to access the Zoom tool. Quick access to that tool. Position the Zoom tool over the document window. Click twice to enlarge it. 1, 2. Press Alt on the Windows or Option on the Mac and then click twice to reduce the document. Quick zooming in and out. Step 24. Click the Zoom level list arrow in the lower left corner of the document window, then click 600%. So this is another way to access a quick zoom. I just zoom to 600%. Step 25, note that 600% is now listed in the Documents tab. You want to make sure that you know where that's located as well. And then step 26, double click 800% in the zoom level text box. Do that again. Now we're even closer. Type 300. Wants us to double click. You can type in a zoom then and hit return. Step 27, click the hand tool on the tools panel, then click and drag the document window to scroll. So I have my hand tool, I can click and drag that around. If I'm too close, then that helps if I want to move from one area to the next quickly. Step 28, double click the zoom tool, and then it goes back to being small. Step 29, click the selection tool. or you can quickly access that by hitting V. Point to the center of the document window, then press and hold Control. Okay, so I'm going to point to the center of the document window, press and hold down Control or Command if you're on the Mac. Okay, I had something selected, so that's causing me some trouble here. Okay, so let's try that one again. Click the selection tool, point to the center of the document window, then press and hold Control spacebar on the Windows or Command spacebar on the Mac. And that quickly brings up the zoom tool. Okay, then you can scroll around the image as well. Quickly zooms you closer. Okay, press and hold Control-Alt spacebar on the Windows or Command-Option spacebar on the Mac. Command-Option spacebar on the Mac. And then what ends up happening keeps bringing me to this one. 2, 3, 4. Keeps bringing me to a different one. You can also Yep, it keeps bringing me to that, and I don't know why, but anyway, hopefully it's working on your PC. One thing you can do now is go in and out quickly. I also like to use Command plus and minus. This is easier for me. That would be Control plus and minus for you, and it goes in increments of, I believe it's 100. So you can quickly zoom in and out in increments of 100 as well using the Control plus or minus. I'll see you in the next video.